Hi everybody, Julie here from the Sales Manager. Welcome to this week's Sales Tip of the Week. And this week will be the start of a series of sales tips aimed at those of you out there that are doing telesales or telemarketing calls, with a view really to giving you some hints and tips on how you can improve those. So the first thing I want to talk about this week is objective setting and planning. So how many of you actually think about your objectives before you actually make a call? Maybe you have that down, maybe some of you don't. But it is important to think about the objectives that you want to get, because it's very easy. You sit there in front of the phone, you pick up the phone, you go gung-ho, put the phone down and think, actually, what have I achieved? So sit and think about them. Now, when I'm teaching telemarketing, there tends to be 2, possibly 3 objectives that we go for. The first objective is always the business, to get a sale. That's what we want when we're making telesales or telemarketing calls. If we can't get that, then let's go for a meeting. Particularly for us when we're doing telemarketing, that could be the first objective. And the third one is the keep in touch call. Now, this keep in touch call, this is the opportunity to call back at a later stage and actually build some relationships. And for my mind, it is a much undervalued objective. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contacts act. So it's absolutely imperative that when you're making your calls, you keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. Because if you don't win it the first time round, you need to build a relationship to actually get in. So that's your objective setting. With planning, again, very important to think about planning before you pick up that call. Look on your CRM system. Look at what the previous conversations were. You can set your objectives according to those. Get on the website. Have a look at what that company does. Think about LinkedIn. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is trying to find a name. Who are you going to actually speak to? Because that's really, really important in getting around gatekeepers. What other planning can you do? Think about Companies House. Look at some of that information. And there's other possibly industry-related websites that you could go on. Now, planning doesn't need to take a long time. It can take literally a couple of minutes before you pick up that phone. But actually, if you've taken an interest and you get through to that decision maker call, that person, it's going to give you more credibility when you're making those calls. So there we go, objectives and planning, my 2 tips. Next week, I want to talk about how to structure a killer opening statement. So it's Julie here from the Sales Manager. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week. Take care. Bye.